Yes, my children. How are your children? How's David? How's Sheila?
Sheila says you can see the children on Saturday.
Perhaps you'll drive them in.
That's not a serious suggestion, I hope.
I've no car, Jane. I'm out of work. I'm homeless. I'm one of your basutos now.
A squat. So this is what you want, is it, Colin?
What do you think I've been living in for the last 10 years? Actually, it reminds me of school. Bare boards, cold water, and smelly feet.
And a lot of admiring fourth formers.
Yes, and something serious to do.
Folding leaflets.
Not a house to beat for the house shield, someone to defeat. And do you want to know why I married Sheila, Jane? Out of kindness, out of the kindness of my heart. My one crime.
Colin, can I tell you something I've never told you before? Something I've never said to anyone ever?
A secret?
Yes, a secret.
This is why you come to see me, is it?
Possibly.
You're in love with me.
More secret than that. I don't like you.
Jane.
I never have liked you.
Jane.
So now I've said it.
After 20 years.
Oh.
Does David know?
Well, he does now. What a stupid farce it was pretending I did like you. Because now you don't even like David. You hate him.
I like you, Jane.
No, you don't.
Oh, yeah. I like you because I see in you a little of the blackness I have in me. That's why you don't like me. Because you know I can see it.
Yes. Well.
Anyway, you've got more hot soup to distribute. I'll tell you another secret, though, Jane. You're the expert on helping the basutos, and you know this scheme isn't going to help them. You loathe it as much as I do. You won't tell David that, of course. Don't worry, I won't tell him. That really is a secret. Or do you mean it was even a secret from yourself?
Saturday. I'll leave the children at the door.
Where's Jane?
She's going to see some people in Wandsworth.
Still haven't finished the elevations.
I'll wait dinner for her, shall I? Send this to you.
Need to go to the Borough Architect's office in the morning.
I'll take them in.
I'm not going to get to bed at all. Wandsworth?
SW something.
Hey, what do you think?
I think it's brilliant, David.
What about the new walkways?
Brilliant. Everything. It's all absolutely...
Brilliant, yeah, but don't cry, Sheila. It's not that brilliant. Just get a dinner on the table, eh? Tell you what it's missing, though, Sheila, handkerchief. One small element in the design. People. No people. Where are the people? Ah. Oh, packet of people. Very nice class of tenant you get from lecture Very well dressed. Don't write on the walls. Don't stuff old mattresses down the rubbish chutes. And they don't overeat. Nothing like fat people throwing the architecture out of scale. What do you think?
Very good. Well, I meant to say use up the cold chicken.
What is it, sandwiches for children's lunch?
Sheila thinks it's brilliant.
What's that? Spot of grease?
Oh, I'll put someone over it. As you'd have fat people at the bottom of these things, nobody ever noticed, nobody ever see them. What?
Nothing, just looking.
Has he managed to stir up the Basutos?
I've been over in Wandsworth.
Anyway, don't worry. It can't possibly affect us. This will be in front of the Housing Committee first thing in the morning. With any luck, I'll have the scheme design and a scale model in front of the council next winter. It's the first the Basutos will know about it. What?
Nothing, just thinking.
You're telling Sheila. You don't have to listen.
You're very up today.
Up all day, up all night.
Up all month.
Anyway, Sheila, by the time we get to scheme design, it'll be too late, you see, because everybody loves a scale model, but nobody will notice it's there. And the council have spent £100,000, and no one's going to persuade them they spend it all for nothing. Jane, don't listen if you don't like it. Don't look. Go and see the children.
They've offered me a job.
Who's offered you a job?
These people I've been talking to.
What people?
These people over in Wandsworth. It's a kind of housing trust.
Oh. So you've stopped working for me altogether, haven't you?
I haven't decided whether to take the job yet.
I mean, because if it's housing you're interested in, that's what I'm doing, housing. I mean, that's what the scheme does, is it? That's what this trust does, builds houses.
It preserves houses. It rehabilitates them so they don't have to be pulled down.
Oh, poor children, shall I?
David, I can't always think the same as you about everything.
No, think what you like. Do what you like. It's free country.
I'll get the children.
I'll get them.
Oh, I'll put another little happy family group on the concourse here. Husband walking left, wife walking right.
Only one thing I learned at school turned out to be much use in life, and that was writing Greek hexameters. If you can get some aspect of human destiny into 5 dactyls and a spondee, then you can get the headline on a magazine article into 30 points across 2. You can also get a program of political action onto a piece of cardboard small enough to be held up and waved about in the air. I took real pleasure in the work. Don't scrape the skies, just sweep the streets. A whole philosophy of government in 8 syllables.
Some of the more half-baked members of the Housing Committee thought people might get dizzy if they looked over a balcony with a 450-foot drop underneath it. Being got at by somebody, I suppose. Well, why shouldn't he? Free country.
We also wrote on lavatory walls. The town hall lavatory walls. Living in the sky is strictly for the birds. Spread a little sogginess, give a cloud a home. Those were the high-rise slogans designed to accommodate disaffected social workers. Most of our campaign was rather more low-rise. Hands off our homes, save our streets. Some of it was lower still. Town Hall, Sieg Heil. Skyscrapers equals SS. We had all kinds of supporters by this time. Not all of them had heads.
But the sheer labour of it. This is when the problems with the foundations began to emerge. They'd have to be bigger. We'd have to divert the generating board's megavolt cable after all. I'd sit hunched over the drawing board late into the night, struggling with the problems. And I couldn't help laughing sometimes. There were people out there in the night somewhere struggling to make the problems harder.
But the sheer pleasure of it. We sprayed walls, we shouted council meetings down. We didn't have to worry about being fair or truthful or tidy. That was a great liberation. Fairness and tidiness and truth are for people who've got what they want already. We had nothing. We could do anything.
I felt no resentment for Colin, though. Nothing but sadness. It was like seeing a man destroy himself with drink, deliberately blunting his intelligence and feeling, deliberately dissolving his life in waste and futility.
I sometimes thought about David hunched over his drawing board far into the night, and I couldn't help laughing. He was using up his life designing a scheme that was never going to be built. That everyone but him knew was never going to be built. That he knew was never going to be built.
I could have done with some help from Jane. No, that was unfair. No reason why she should have to work for me if she didn't want to. Better for her to have her own job. And if she was going to start preserving things, better for her to be preserving them over in Wandsworth.
I did one